power that mocks God. Those afflicted.
Girls, congratulations. The show looks great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lara, first, my question to you. After the third episode, can you tell me how did you shoot this scene under the water?
Yes, we shot that in the underwater stage at Pinewood Studios, and we were there for about a week. So it was a long process to be underwater for kind of 10 hours a day. But I started off, I'd never done anything like that before in my life. And so I started off with a couple of days training in a wetsuit and with, breathers and goggles and everything, and learning how to dive. And then eventually they take you about 5 meters under the water and they get you to take the goggles off and take the breather off and swim across the tank. And that was probably the single most intimidating thing that I've had to do for the show, or even in my career at all, I think, so far. And I was nervous, and I don't often get nervous about these kind of things. I don't get nervous about the stunts, and I'm usually like pretty confident when it comes to the physical stuff. But I was really nervous. And then just before we started filming, we had a rehearsal in costume, and suddenly it was the weirdest thing. It was just, once I got into Amalia's costume and walked down into the water, suddenly I felt completely calm about the whole thing, because I was Amalia now and I wasn't Laura. So it just changed my mindset completely. And I had the most fun week. I think that was one of my favorite weeks shooting ever. And there were all sorts of tricks with like rigging and harnesses to do like throws, and to do, swimming in full costume, because obviously that skirt and the boots and everything really weighed me down. I had weights on me when sometimes I had to be weighed down, and yeah, lots of different tricks were used, but it was all me under there, and it was really
and it looks amazing, especially when you wrap up of his arm. Looks fantastic.
That took a good few goes. It was really good fun.
Was that you?
Also to you, in first episode when you shot into the sky with this automobile, it looks amazing. Can you tell us how this was shot, and is it work? Does it ride easily, or?
Oh yes, best believe it. So it's basically it was built from scratch. The car was, and it's quite like an electric car in a way. So I practice in a golf buggy going around the car park with our stunt team, which is quite funny because I can't drive. But in the scenes where the car's gone particularly fast, where there's loads of crowd, I have a stunt driver who is a formula racer. Her name's Jessica Hawkins, and so they don't trust me with that quite yet, and I'm glad they don't. But when it shoots out of the carriage and becomes the individual car, we were all set up on a kind of a roller coaster track. So, and a green screen behind us. So what would happen is we'd be in this car and they'd propel us forward, and then they would drop us down and we'd shoot off again. And it was like a doosh, like we have like whiplash from it. We don't actually.
Bit of like a headache though.
yeah. When it's done 5 or more times, it's like, ooh, your blood gets fizzy. But it was amazing. I felt like James Bond. They made the car from scratch for my character. It's pretty cool.
And Laura, as you said, you like the physical stuff, and your character is very physical in this one. In every episode, she has to kick somebody's ass.
Yeah.
How does it work? How much of the stunt work did you have to do for each episode? Because I can understand it's a choreography. Sometimes if you made something not in the second that you should, you actually hit somebody.
Well, it's all me. I can promise you that, because I have an amazing stunt trainer who is also my stunt double, called Helen Bailey, and she is one of the greatest stunt women on the planet, stunt people on the planet. And there were two things that they didn't allow me to do for safety reason, and both of those involved drops from huge heights, and just for insurance, I cannot do that. But Rowley, our stunt coordinator, trusted me to do everything else, and And I love him for that, because I want to get stuck in. I want to do it all myself. And you know, I felt kind of prepared in that I've been a gymnast whenever I was a child and through my teen years. And so I had, I guess, a physical awareness that set me up for that. But I hadn't done any, or I certainly hadn't done a lot of stunt or fight training for work before. And so before we began filming episode 1, I went in with the stunt team and did about 6 weeks of fight training and learned how to not hit people whenever I'm doing it. But then Rowley comes in, and when we go to actually shoot, he just says, hit him for real, go on, punch him straight in the face, go on, do it. and so I have to. So yeah, I hope I haven't injured anybody too badly, but I keep being told that they can take it, so.
and also question to you, because when you see your partner in crime in this series being so active, wouldn't you say like, hey guys, I want a badass fight scene too, give me something, come on, I cannot be only in distress?
Well, here's the thing about that. I did think that, but after seeing how badly I handled the props, I've broken every single one. I'm afraid of breaking a person, so I'm very happy to, you know, be shouting, oh, what's behind you, from a staircase far away, and maybe throwing the odd umbrella. So, but yeah, I mean, stunt training is fun. I've done it once before on a previous project, but I wouldn't look like absolute crap next to Laura. She like kind of just does all her own stunts apart from jumping out of buildings, and I just couldn't be. I would just, they would have to get a stunt double for me for sure in every single scene and never show her face, because I wouldn't be able to do what Laura can at all. So I wish. She makes it look really easy.
I don't know. I think if you were trained by Helen Bailey, you could.
For a couple of years, maybe.
All right, ladies, thank you very much. It was lovely to talk to you.
And you.
Fingers crossed for the second season. Good luck.